Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are back with another album review. Today it is slowthai, brand new album, TYRON. TYRON I'm going to go with. Come out February 12th 2021. It's 14 tracks long and it's 35 minutes and 14 seconds long. So quite a short album. Obviously last album there slowthai brought out was his first studio album, which was Nothing Great About Britain. What an album it was. That come out 2019. That come out, we done a video on the tier list from 2019. That absolute beautiful album that was. One of the best albums of the year without doubt. Now I haven't listened to this yet, but I've got high hopes because what I've heard from other people, other sources, that is a very good album. It's nearly, possibly as good as what Nothing Great About Britain was. So I've got high expectations and I expect it to be quite good, and it's slowthai. I don't expect anything less from slowthai. But yeah, I guess let's get straight into it. First song on the album to start it off, 1 minute 58 seconds long, and it is 45 Smoke. I'd like to say, from guessing already, it looks like it's in two halves, and the first half is all caps, second half is all lowercase. I assume this first half is going to be hard hitting stuff, then it's going to go to like more emotional stuff, and he has started hard with it. I'm enjoying it already. I'm getting a good feel for it. You can definitely tell, like from this bit, the influence Skepta has had on him. Obviously, they're like best mates. It's a nice, there's a nice eerie feel to it. Slowthai baby voice. Who would have thought it? 45 Smoke. Very nice song. Nice introduction. Hard hitting. Like straight into it, in your face. A bit eerie at the end. It was a bit like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Like. You can tell that slowthai, obviously I mentioned on the video of Cancelled about him with, what was it cancelled? No, Body Bag, sorry. Obviously problems with like the Catherine Ryan situation and everything. And he seems to be bringing that into his music and trying to show what he's actually there for, which is great music, and 45 Smoke was good introduction to the album. Alright, let's go on to track number 2. This is Cancelled, featuring Skepta. I have done a reaction to the music video already. This is on the channel. It'll come up on a sidebar or something. 2 minutes 18 seconds long. Let's see what this one is about. Obviously, it's a very, very good song. I do enjoy this. Skepta's hook on it is nice. The slowthai verse, like I said, this Skepta verse is also very good. I've already reacted to it, so there's not much more to say. Cancelled, featuring Skepta. Like I said in I basically already reacted to it before. Very nice track. The hook on it from Skepta's really nice. Skepta's verse is nice, and so slowthai's, and it's just very in your face and eerie again, and that's the sort of, from the first two tracks I've had on here, the sort of vibe I'm getting off. Alright, let's go on to track number 3 now, and this one is Mazza featuring A$AP Rocky. It's 2 minutes 51 seconds long. I think there is a music video out. I haven't watched the music video, but I saw that it was out on slowthai's channel. Little fact here, I'm not the biggest fan of A$AP Rocky. From what I've heard so far, don't get me wrong, I'm only like 30 seconds in, it's probably the weakest track in my opinion so far. It feels like slowthai's going for A$AP Rocky's pace more than his own pace. It's not bad, it's not great, it's probably the weakest on the tracks, on the album so far. You see, like, A$AP Rocky has just brought the pace down. The pace wasn't quick anyway, but he's brought the pace down a lot. Mazza featuring A$AP Rocky, like I said, I think that was the weakest out of the 3, what I've heard so far. I didn't dislike it, I just don't know if I'd bother adding it to my playlist or going back to listen to it. The other two I definitely would go back and listen to it. And there was nothing to do with like the length of it. It felt like the right amount of length. It's just the pacing felt a bit off. Maybe that could have come a bit later in the album. The beat was quite hard hitting, but the way they were coming across on it, like especially A$AP Rocky, it was he went for his normal flow where he talks quite a lot, and it weren't as hard hitting as what the other two had brought up to be. Maybe that could have been near the end of this first half if the rest of them are going to be hard hitting, but obviously I haven't heard the rest of them yet. Alright, let's go on to track number 4 now, and this one is 2 minutes 18 seconds long. This one's called Vex. It's just slowthai this time. You know what this feels like a bit? Bit of Boy Better Know. Like I said, you can really tell the influence that Skepta's having. I'm liking this more than Mazza already. I think it's a big step up already. See, this is the slowthai edge on it. But it's very like 2010 sort of beat and stuff, and I'm enjoying it. The production on this whole album is very good. Vex, a very nice song again. Probably still prefer Cancelled than 45 Smoke in my opinion, but Vex was still very good in my opinion. Again, hard hitting, like I said, the production is very good. Very old school production, like I said, like Boy Better Know and old Skepta and stuff. But then that's the influence Skepta's having on slowthai, as they're doing a lot of music together and they're spending a lot of time together, as you can tell from the A$AP Rocky feature as well. It was a much better pickup from Mazza, and I believe that we're back on track to what I feel like the album should be going towards. Alright, let's get on to track number 5 now, and this one is called What, spelt W-O-T, and it's 47 seconds long. It is literally probably an interlude. It seems like it's continuing from Vex with the production.
Gotta get from the drum. Waved off from, got skunk in my seat in a rage up at every
Woo! It sounds like he's on like a fucking radio show. For like a very short section, like an interlude, this is one of the best interludes I've probably ever heard. It's literally just him, sound like he's just getting on the mic and just... Well, I'll continue from what I was saying anyway, but what, it just sounds like he's finished Vex, like the song, and he's thought, you know, I'm going to fucking keep spitting, and he's just going to add on to what he hadn't finished yet. Very nice interlude. Like I said, one of the best interludes I've probably heard. Probably, yeah. Alright, let's get on to track number 6 now, and this one is called Dead, and it's 2 minutes 59 seconds long. Again, the eerie production. I'm really enjoying the eerie production. The production, like I said, on the whole album has been good so far, but it's very demonic.
See me posted up with a bimbo.
It's bringing a bit of 8 Mile vibes.
It's just me, my friends.
I'm joking, I'm nothing like Eminem.
We watch the football.
This is so like eerie, I love it. Like it sounds like slowthai is just sitting on the sofa next to you and he's just like rapping it to you. You know what? This is probably my favourite song so far. I just love the like demonic feel and the fucking the scratchiness. It's just like, oh, it makes me feel so weird. But I love that feel weird. That's how I should feel with slowthai. You know what? Dead, like I said, probably my favourite song on the album so far. That or probably 45 Smoke, but Dead, like I said, it just gave this really like cringe, like my skin was like crawling, but that's what I want with slowthai. I want slowthai to creep me out. I want him to make me feel at ease and stuff like that. I just don't want him to be this generic rapper. I want him to be this like edgy sort of rapper and this terrifying man, but such a sweet, innocent man. Like it just feels like there's something going on, and the music's the way he's just letting us know what's going on. At a halfway point now, this one is Play With Fire, and it's 2 minutes 57, no, just 50 seconds long. Very short songs, but I'm liking it. You know, this little bit here, bit Brockhampton. This ain't Brockhampton. It is a bit though. This hook as well is so nice. Switch up. This vibe is so weird, but it's so good. I just need to knock everything over. This is what I expect from slowthai. This is what I want from slowthai. Play With Fire, like I said, again, that and Dead, the back-to-back on Dead and Play With Fire, fucking excellent. Such good tracks. Like, it's the eeriness of it, and it just makes you feel so uncomfortable. But I want to feel uncomfortable with slowthai. I keep repeating myself, but that's the vibe slowthai should bring. He's like an edgy rapper. I don't like to use the word edgy too much, but that's what he is. There's just something about him that makes you just like not fear him. I feel like fearing's a bit harsh, but makes you just feel at ease at him and just don't know what he's thinking and what he's gonna do next and stuff. And it ain't a bad thing because he's producing it in music. Like it's the best way for him to show his emotions. That's what he's doing, he's showing his emotions and showing what's going on inside his head. A big different feel already from what Nothing Great About Britain was. Now there's a lot more personal Nothing Great About Britain. This one is personal but in a terrifying, it's very much more present. This time it's like, oh my fucking god, what is going through his head, and you sympathise with him a bit. Enough about that, but Play With Fire, very nice way to go to this halfway point to see what this next section is going to be like. Alright, on to the 8th track, into this next section from what I'm predicting anyway. This one's called I Tried, and it's 2 minutes 14 seconds long. Let's see what this one is about. Again, already you can tell there's a different vibe going on. This is brilliant. These tracks back to back to back, excellent. See, this is like I predicted, you can tell this is the more emotional. Not the eeriness, the like, listen to me please, like this is the sympathetic side. The way he's flowing over this is so nice, he's projecting to the world. The instruments in the background, the guitars, the trumpet, the piano, all so nice. Such a nice addition. What a fucking tune that was. The instrumentals, like this, that was the start of the next one, but the instrumentals you can tell are going to flow into each other. But let me quickly talk about I Tried. I explained it a lot during that, how I felt anyway. But oh my fucking god, what an emotional roller coaster that was. You just felt so sorry for him throughout the whole thing. And like I predicted right, it's not as hard hitting. It's a lot more emotional, laid back. It's a bit more like listening to him and him talking to you. Like so projecting it to the world on how he wants to be perceived and stuff like that, and how he actually feels. Great work of art, really. Probably my favourite track on there so far, without doubt. Well, without doubt, I'd say it's my favourite. But let's get on to the next track anyway, and this one is track number 9 now. And it is 2 minutes 3 seconds long, and this one's called Focus. Just focus onto the music.
I tried to make it out the rubble and I rose like a diamond did.
Like I said, all these tracks are so short, but I don't want long songs from slowthai. I don't want these like 6 minutes long songs. It just makes an album feel like it's an album. Again, this is just slow, and just listen to me, please. Just like focus on me. Oh, I haven't said so much on like these ones. They're just fucking sick. I've had 4 tracks here what I really enjoyed. I could easily listen to these just all back to back to back to back again. Focus, again, another brilliant track. Not as good as I Tried in my opinion, but again it was that emotional roller coaster of please listen to me, I need to let you all know how I'm feeling. It was just, slowthai just knows how to make an album, don't he? Nothing Great About Britain is brilliant, and this is, so far this is great. Obviously we've still got quite a few tracks to go, we've got 5 more. I don't know if I prefer it to Nothing Great About Britain, but I'm still really liking this album. Again, some of these are a work of art. Alright, let's get on to track number 10 now though, and this one is called Terms. It has 2 features on it, and it is Dominic Flyke and Denzel Curry, my boy Denzel. I've never heard of Flyke. I don't think I've ever heard any music. I probably have without realising, but I can't think on the top of my head. Denzel Curry, I've done plenty of like album reactions and spoke about him enough on this channel probably. It's 3 minutes 12 seconds long, so the longest song so far, but it has 2 features, so I expect it to be quite like a bit longer. Ooh, I assume this is Flyke. His singing's nice though. Ooh, slowthai coming out very nice. His wordplay is so nice as well. I haven't mentioned that nearly enough. His chorus is lovely though. It makes me want to vibe. The verse from, like both verses from slowthai were so great as well. Denzel didn't have a massive like display on this, but he was still very good. I can hear that there's stuff to do with Denzel in the chorus as well. Maybe not my favourite, but probably the best song as a whole on this album. Like I can tell that a lot of people are going to enjoy that song so much. You've got the mix of slowthai with his wordplay in it, and then you've got Denzel with his just like the atmosphere he brings. Obviously, it's a lot different to what Denzel and slowthai done on Psycho, that song, which is a very good song by the way. You should check that out. Flyke, his chorus throughout the whole thing was brilliant. Made you want to sit there, listen, just sway your head. Like I said, both verses from slowthai brilliant. The bridge in the middle with Denzel was very nice. A nice breakup, and it showed what Denzel can bring to it. I would have liked a bit more from Denzel, in my opinion, but that's because I'm very biased towards Denzel. Alright, let's get on to track number 11 now, and this one is Push, and it's featuring Deb Never. I've never heard of Deb Never. She's got a good singing voice though. You know what this is a bit like? This feels a bit like Deppy, like N-Dub vibes. I don't know why, but it just does. I can hear this song in the music, like not in a music video, what the fuck am I going on with? I can hear this song on in a film somewhere. It's just so much emotion coming from him, and he's projecting it on the world. He's one of the best in the UK without doubt. Very good song. Again, probably another one of the best tracks on here. 6 back to back to back, what I've really enjoyed. Like, I'd say there's only 2 on here what I was a bit like meh, and that was Mazza and Vex, and what was an interlude, which was still very good. So if you're going to count the interlude, which I thought was very good, then there's 7 songs. Mazza's the only one I probably am looking at right now thinking, maybe not. Absolutely brilliant. Push again. This Deb really impressed me. Want to check out more of her music now with her singing. Her very nice singing voice. slowthai, like I said, the emotion coming from him, the passion. It's so sympathetic for him, and I feel so sorry for him. And I just want it the best for him. Oh, I love slowthai. Alright, next track, this one's called NHS, and it is 3 minutes 25 seconds long. I believe this one's got a music video as well.
bummy, you will always be chubby.
Delivery on this already, I can tell.
When you're staring
it's going to be another emotional one. Again, this song is, again, it's so beautiful.
When no cunts you laugh at people trying to have a laugh. Was life is cold in a rapper without jewelry.
Throughout this whole thing is going like Feather without matches, Rick without multi. It's just saying, what are we without NHS? And it's a great message. NHS, great message from slowthai. Him just appreciating what he gets for free and what we all get for free in the UK anyway. How much we should appreciate and how much they deserve our love and respect. It's a great message. Very nice song. Again, I will probably, again, it's just another great song. Probably 7, 8 songs in a row which are just brilliant. Alright, let's get on to the penultimate track now. Track number 13. This one is called Feel Away. And now it's featuring James Blake. Yes, I believe it's the James Blake. And Mount Kimball. I've never heard of Mount Kimball, but I've definitely heard of James Blake. 3 minutes 20 seconds long. Faster pace than I expected. It's a nice switch up for slowthai. I think that's James Blake. You know what, he has got a great singer voice as well, isn't he? From doing a bit of research, Mount Kimball is producer. And this, again, all the production of this whole album has been brilliant. And this song is nice again as well, so he's done a very good job. Very different spin on what I expect from slowthai. I don't know if that would have been quite nice to end the album, but then you don't always want to end the album with a feature on it, in my opinion, really. If it's only your second album in ever. But James Blake was brilliant on it. Like I said, Mount Kimball's production was good again. slowthai, his verses were very, very nice again. James Blake, who would have thought in 2021 we would have got a James Blake and slowthai collab. Alright, let's get on to the 14th and final track now. 2 minutes 29 seconds long. Quite a short song, ADHD. Gone back to that eerie instrumental. Chorus is eerie as well, weird. You know what, I'm liking this one as well. This second half of this album has been fantastic. Fan-bloody-tastic. This is, to be fair, he's proved me wrong. This is a very nice way to end off the album.
I miss you every day, you're not around.
See, that's what I mean, it's just emotional, it gives me chills. It's got a bit hard at the end here. ADHD, a very nice track as well. Again, it was hard hitting at the end, emotional, sympathetic. I just feel sorry for the bloke. I want the bloke to do well. I feel like he's just had so much go on in his whole life. He might, like, Nothing Great About Britain was his past. This is very much the forefront and now, and this is what he wants everyone to appreciate and respect him now, and he wants to show a bit of respect in that himself. My overall thoughts of the whole album, there's not much wrong with it, in my opinion. I think it's a very, very good album. Do I prefer it to Nothing Great About Britain? Right now, I think Nothing Great About Britain is still better, but then I've had 2 years to listen to that album and appreciate it. Maybe in 2 years' time, I'll be looking at this one thinking, you know what, this is a better work of art. I feel like he's had 2 excellent albums. Considering they're his first 2 ever studio albums, they're both brilliant. There's not much wrong with this one either. The only negative I have to say really is Mazza. So like, so going to the my least favourite songs, only Mazza in my opinion. And What I wouldn't include usually because it's an interlude. But What was even probably one of the best interludes I've heard. He spat, like he done very good. Like, he rapped very well over it. Like 45 Smoke, a very nice introduction to the album. This hard hitting feel what we're used to from slowthai, and throughout the whole. And then as you get song and song down, it gets slower and slower and more emotional and more personal towards slowthai. And it just shows his older self and his mature self. To the end of it, ADHD, where at the end he has this outburst of the stuff what we know, him basically saying like, this is what you expect from me, this is what I am a bit, but what we heard previously is what he's also really like with Feel Away, Terms, he showed that push, Focus, I Tried. NHS was just a nice appreciative song towards the NHS to show that he is appreciative and that he does understand how the world works. But let's go to the least favourite songs. Like I said, only Mazza. I only would put Mazza in it. I wouldn't put any. I think Mazza's the only one I wouldn't go back to and listen to even as a single. The rest of them I definitely would. But my favourite songs, I'm going to go with, I'm probably going to say Play With Fire, I Tried and Terms. Probably my 3 favourite. But the album as a whole, very good. But if I was going to rate the album out of 10, what would I rate this album? Now, it's nearly a flawless album. There's just a few tweaks. And I'm saying it's probably on the same level as Nothing Great About Britain. I wouldn't say Nothing Great About Britain is a 10 out of 10 album, in my opinion. It's very close. This one is very close to a 10 out of 10 album. Like I've said previously in loads of other videos, it's very hard to get a 10 out of 10 album. So if I was going to rate this one, it's going to be a 9 out of 10. Very nice song from beginning to end. Only one slip up in my opinion. Maybe if that slip up didn't happen, I would have been rating this a 10 out of 10. But that second half, there ain't a single song from what really that I think, you know what, I wouldn't listen to this again. Alright, thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Obviously comment down below any albums or anything you want me to react to. I'm open to anything. But yeah, I'll see you all later.